Alright, since you guys here, I will say thank you. And I think it's okay that we start our meeting now.
Yes.
Alright, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys for coming. Okay, so this is our company's so enterprise. My company, I'm the CEO of this company. And thank you for working under me. So this is for the third year of this operation of the company. So Alhamdulillah for that. And this is our monthly meeting, and for this we're gonna present our report, our sales, our financial sales for last month. But this meeting is quite unusual because we also invited the head of marketing, also head of administration, Miss Nabila and Miss Hatia. Alright, so I think before we go further into this meeting, but first, it's quite unfortunate that we don't have one of our members here, board of director, which is Mr. Haiko, because he's actually vacationing in Maldives right now. But it's okay because he already passed all the information. So I would like we to proceed with our last minute, a bit recap of our last meeting, the minute of last meeting. So I will pass down to Miss Jamia. So Miss Jamia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So first of all, I'm going to distribute our last minute for our last meeting. Okay, one for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. So you all can refer to our minute. Okay. Based on the minute on the last meeting that has been held on 11 November 2019, we have been discussed two agendas about our company sales production, which is the first one is to the increasing of sales production in October, and the second agenda, which is the factors contributing to the increasing of our sales. From what we have been discussed in the last meeting, our sales has increased in October compared to September, where in October there were 3,700 units of our ice cream cheesecakes sold out, compared to 3,100 items have been sold in September, where we have been targeted. Our sales have been increased about 16%. Okay, this improvement is due to the successful of our strategy in increasing the number of agents throughout the Peninsular Malaysia, that we managed to get 34 agents instead of 24 agents like what we have been targeted before. So with the increasing number of agents, it resulted to the increasing of our product sales as well. But still, the top three state recorded highest sales was the same state, which is Negeri Sembilan, Selangor and also Terengganu. Okay, before I proceed, is there any questions that you guys want to ask?
Okay, yes. So what is actually the number of the targeted agent for last month? The one that you mentioned in percentage, if you would please.
Oh, we targeted about 30% of the increasing.
So the increase is
About 30%.
about 30%.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Right.
Okay, before I proceed, would someone move that the last meeting is accepted?
Yes, last meeting is being accepted.
Alright, so the minute of last meeting is being accepted. So I think it's safe to say that we are to proceed with our matters of discussion today. Alright, so to discuss today. So the issue that I want to bring is the reasons and solution for sale drop in November. So through a private meeting and discussion with our head of financial, Miss Ayuni, so it was found that we actually had a big drop of sale from October to November, which is previously we said around 2,700, but now we had a bit of decrease. So before we go further into these details, because that's why I invited, as you guys get the notice of meeting, I invited you guys to share any alternative or any reasons do you guys think behind and solution behind this drop in sale. But before that, I would like to give Miss Ayuni a chance to actually present our financial report. So if you would please, Miss Ayuni.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. That Mr. Chairman said earlier, yes, our product was a decline in sales, which is in this month, our product was decreased to 3,700 units to 3,300 units are sold. So this decrease, which is 11%, was affect our financial team. This is the decreasing is because of their damaged good, which is their product are damaged during the shipping process. This causes a few agents claim at which is 100 to 20 claim bottles of damage. So this causes of our product more production, but on the same time less capital return. So I think the damage good are causes by the by the shipping, which is as we all know in this season, which is East Coast Malaysia, are happening in flood season, right? Yes, flood season. So our delivery method is using the buses, but if there some area was affected by the flood, so our bus cannot get into the area, I mean the delivery place, the station bus. So our product are longer period in the bus time to reach on the same time. Yes, so it take longer time than before. Other than that, we also know that this is a school holiday session, right? So mostly the traffic jam is really bad. So it causes by because of family want to spend time with their family, so that's why the traffic was jammed.
Okay, so I want to ask you a little bit question. So is this claim is affected only on East Coast, or it also affected to the like Selangor and other part
So the West Coast.
Yes.
West part of Malaysia.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not only at the East Coast Malaysia affected, but some area was affected also, like Johor. We already know that they have flood issue.
Some part of Johor do have
Right.
flood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all from Miss Ayuni.
Yes.
Okay, so that's some of the financial status. So you guys can see we are down by 11%, which is quite worrisome. So that's why in the notice of meeting I released earlier, so I asked for you guys to search for any other alternatives or any other reasons that you can find why this is happening beside of the monsoon. But I think the monsoon is one of the main reason, because it's their time right now, November and December, right? So next I would like to invite which is Miss Satya or Miss Nabila, who's gonna speak first?
Me first.
Alright, so let's just head of marketing, Miss Satya, speak on what she think about this.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay, as stated by the head of financial, our sales decreased during November. As we can see, we expanded our product to East Coast area like Terengganu, Kelantan, and also Pahang. So at first, the product get attention from the citizens because our product is still new in the area. So due to this problem, which is decreasing in the sales, so to overcome this problem, I as a head of marketing and my team has come up with a plan where we are going to organize a promotional event, especially to the East Coast area, where we want to promote the agent, where if they buy 3 bottles, then they will get
One bottle for free, is it?
Yes.
So I think you already prepared a slide for this?
yes.
Okay.
If the agent buy 3 bottles, then they will get another free.
That's good. I would like a free item by myself too.
So this also because we want to give them a motivation and also support, so that the agent continue in finding their customer to increase our sales also.
I'm sorry, Miss Atia. I don't quite follow your idea. Could you please explain more about the mechanism of the promotional event that you will be conducted?
May I add something to that question, Ms. Nabila?
Yeah, sure.
According to my explanation earlier, from agent East Coast and Far Factory, which is affected by flood and harsh weather, the number of claim of loss damage good, and this is might probably cause us more loss I think if we give the buy 3 free 1, if they are claim the damage good, yeah, it's still loss, right?
Okay, thank you for the question that come from both of you. Okay, now allow me to elaborate more about the plan that our team are going to conduct. So, to answer the question, the event will be planned on the month of January, where at this time the monsoon are expected to be calmed down. So with this, it will encourage the agent to take more ice cream cakes. And our plan also is only to give out the free bottles every Sunday of the week. So when agent order before Saturday, they cannot claim the free bottles.
Alright, so to confirm that, so if the agent order on Thursday, they won't get any free bottle.
Yes. So that we close order for Saturday for they claim for free bottle.
Alright, so this will be done 4 times a month.
Yes.
Alright, so this is only until the month. Oh, what's that? Right. So this is only until throughout the month of January.
Yes.
Alright, okay. Okay, so that's a nice idea. I mean, quite agree to that idea. So, can we proceed now to our head of head of administration, which is Miss Nabila, to explain your reasoning and maybe your solution to this problem.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. But I think there is another reason why our sale decreased. In my opinion, the main reason is maybe due to the weather, especially at East Coast area where they are facing monsoon season now. Later on, they will facing flood problem. So I think that when this happen, all the transportation and logistics of our company will be limited. So not only that, since in this cold weather, most of the people will not favors to buy this cold product from our company. So that's why this will be bring loss to our company sales. So I think that to overcome this situation, we will reduce the price of the product to the agent. For example, for each cheesecake ice cream, the normal price are 18 ringgit, but we will reduce the price to 14 ringgit for each of the ice cream only. Okay, with this reducing price, I hope that the agent will continuously to buy our cheesecake ice cream and sell to the consumer with lesser price too. In fact, this will generate profit to our company and we can prevent loss. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Ms. Nabila. May I ask you something, which is the price will be reduced during monsoon season only, and how long the price will be reduced?
Yes, thank you for your question, Ms. Jamia. We will reduce the price, especially on November and December. The price will return back to its normal price for the next month, which is January. But you must remember that the price will only be reduced for agents that live in the state that affected by monsoon and flood.
So, reducing price. So you did mention from our selling price is 18 ringgit to the agent.
Yes.
You want to reduce by 4 ringgit to 14.
Yes.
So I would like to ask our financial. So do you agree on this reduce of price? I mean 4 ringgit is quite a lot.
Yeah. I think I agree if the reduce of
The price.
in the certain period.
Right.
I mean it's not for long time.
Yes.
But okay, for me, I would like to add on. For me, I think 4 ringgit is too much. I agree to the matter of reducing the price, but I think it's only applicable if we reduce it only to a small margin, maybe from 18. most probably to
60.
60.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of reducing price so that people will like to take more, but then the agent gonna sell the same price, is it? To the consumers.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think everyone have the chance to speak in this first session. I mean first issues of discussion. So I would like to give to Ms. Jamiah. Could you please wrap up a bit on this first issue before we jump to our second issues?
Okay. Alright, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, as a recap for our first issue, which is about financial report in November. So, like our head of financial has presented, the sales report dropped by 11% due to 120 units of damage, goods were claimed. While our head of administration has identified that the sales has dropped due to the flood and harsh weather in several states throughout November and expected to end at the last of the December. She then proceed to propose in lowering down the price during 2 months. And lastly, our head of marketing, which is Miss Atia, also think of a plan to boost our sales after monsoon, which is buy 3 and get free for 1 items of our ice cream cheesecake. So basically that is a big summary of our first issue. Thank you.
Alright, so that's the summary of first issue. So in the matter of our discussion, I would like to say thank you for the head of administration and marketing for the brilliant idea. So I would like to accept both of this idea and Miss Irene. So would you like to agree with the idea of reducing and promotional event?
Yes, I agree.
Alright, so Miss Jamiah.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys are tasked to come up with a paperwork and proposal for this and try to submit by I don't know, next month. Is it okay? Before the
Before the
monthly
meeting.
yeah.
Okay, yes.
So Miss Jamiah, would you like to take note on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so next, our next issues, which is one of our main agenda today. So we already discussed about this. So this is a surprise, but you guys still didn't notice on meeting. So I want to propose a new product line for our company. So I ask you guys to pair up, and may I see the pair? So our secretary pair up with the head of marketing. So and then we have our financial department. Pair up. Alright, so this is just a proposal, so you guys are ready to just pitch in, but then we're gonna discuss which one is more possible, because I really want this new product, because we want as an alternative to increase sales, because you know my ambition and goals of creating this company is to make sure that my name is well known, and also to create something that is also environmental friendly. So that's one of our main goals. So first, which pair would like to propose the product? Right, so yeah, Ms. Atia.
Okay, as Mr. Chairman said, in order to expand our company product, our suggestion is we think we can focus on clothing like hijab. As for now, we can see that hijab has high demand in market. So as for that, I think we can come up with selling hijab that has dual function.
Dual function.
Other than it can cover head, it also can be used as a prayers clothing, where which it make it easy for women out there.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, Mr. Chairman and others. I agree with her opinion, so that we can make a variety of our product instead of just selling food. We also can provide sale of clothing items that is really popular nowadays, which people love to style and buy modern attire, especially if the attire is easy to wear.
Okay, so is this the one that you guys proposed, the prototype, is it?
Yes, as you can see in the screen, this is the example of prototype of our hijab, where they can be styled in many ways. And other than the hijab can be styled in many ways, the hijab also can be used in any casual events, office, or in class for students.
So besides, instead of using it as a hijab, we also can use it in our prayer, which is we can use it as a telekung. Yeah, that's why we call it as a dual function hijab. So I think I really agree with this kind of opinion since we can make a variety of our product instead of just selling food. So we also can provide sale of like clothing items that really popular nowadays, where people love to style and buy modern attire, right? So then, especially if the attire is can ease our customer to wear it. We can see that how our popular celebrity, which is Nilofa, has grown up her business really well with a new product which is right now is really popular, which is banana milk, instead of just selling hijabs. So this is one of the alternative way to improve the sale production of our company.
I'm sorry to interrupt Ms. Jamia. Do you aware that about the controversy arise with the new product launched by Nilofa?
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that issue, but my point is we can follow her business strategy, and what she did wrong was she overclaimed the product's benefits, which is we shouldn't follow it. But we cannot use that controversies as something that can block or limit our promotional strategy in our company, right?
Wait.
You have another thing to say?
Interrupt. How much did you plan to sell this?
Yeah, I was thinking of that question. So what do you think how much would
Price.
one of these hijab sells?
For one piece.
Yeah, about the price?
Oh, since it is a new marketing strategy, we're going to target that in month we're going to sell it like about 50 items, right?
50 units.
50 units, yes.
So
With
the price for
price.
single unit?
The price for single unit we already discussed with
The team?
the team. So it will range about 50 to 60 ringgit.
50 to 60 units. That's
Yeah,
quite
because the quality is so good actually.
No, for me, I want to say that's quite cheap.
Oh yeah.
So do you think? How about do you think about the capital return? So how much do we spend on one piece, one single unit, the capital?
For that, we haven't discussed it very like details, but we're going to have a meeting with our teams in next week, so that in the next month we're going to propose it back to you.
Okay. Kind of like the idea of clothing line, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure about hijab, but okay. So I can consider this. Alright. So next team.
Okay, I think your idea is great, but I think we need to stick with our concept, which is business fields. As we all know, we are food and beverage.
Yeah, food F&B, food and beverage.
F&B, sorry, food and beverage. So I think we need to stick on this concept. So my idea, which is cookie dough in jar, which is before this we also know that our cheesecake ice cream in the jar. So we can produce a new product which is in the jar also, but which is cookie dough.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yes, the reason I come up with this idea because of this cookie dough no need to keep on the fridge for a long time. And that's mean if the delivery something they have a long period of time, it's okay. It's okay. It's a good condition and not damaged. And other than that, this product also can eat directly, or consumer can bake and form cookies.
Okay. So it can be directly baked. Okay.
Yes.
Anything to add?
Okay, so but then how much do you cost for one unit?
Okay. Before this, we sell the cheesecake ice cream is 80 ringgit, right? So I think we can sell it on 50 ringgit for one
Wait,
bottle.
50 or 15?
15 ringgit.
50 ringgit.
Scary.
Sorry.
Scary over there.
Sorry, 50 ringgit per bottle.
15 ringgit per bottle. So how big is the bottle?
It can be same like our cheesecake ice cream
Okay, that's big. Okay. But since one can consider to make, I think
because 50 ringgit there are less compared to our ice cream cheesecake because the ingredient is more quite cheap and not
cheaper.
more ingredient need to produce it compared to cheesecake ice cream.
Less ingredient.
okay. Okay, so proceed, Miss Nabila.
Okay, yes. I'm going to add a little bit about what Miss Ayuni said. Actually, I'm not too clear about your idea, both idea. I think that we cannot change our business field from food beverage to clothing product because if we want to change it, it will bring too much loss to our company. For example, that if we want to change our company product into clothing line, we need to use a lot of money to buy new machines. For example, like sewing machine and other stuff. So we also need to pay for our supplier company for the clothing that they supply for us. So it might use a lot of money for that.
Yeah, so to cover
Yeah,
up the
it's okay.
expenses.
Yes.
I agree with your statement, but we just come up with a new idea. Either you guys want to accept, it is up to you all. But we just propose that we want to have a variety of our production. Okay, that's why we come up with that idea.
Basically, I think to confirm which idea is more better, we need do the voting, which is baru saya cakap.
So majority voice is it?
Majority voice.
Majority vote.
Alright,
Okay.
Yeah, in our staff.
Okay, among our staff.
So by going to that, I think you guys gonna say yes to your product, yes to your product, and no to the other product. Is it?
Maybe something like that.
Because for me myself, I would like to remain neutral on this. So I would like to give this for you guys. So you have heard both opinion on this product.
Yes.
So what do you think about the cookie dough? Is it good?
Yeah, because I think it is good since it just costs 15 ringgit, I think, right?
It
So
is
it is
affordable.
cheap.
Yeah.
It is affordable.
Ada? What do you think about the cookie dough?
Yes, I think I agree with this new product, which I think the production cost is much cheaper than
Cheaper, yeah.
the ice.
But do you want to discuss your idea?
I think we can.
I think we agree with
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you guys are disagreeing with your idea, is it?
Yeah, because
Yeah, after hearing what they have to say.
because
Okay.
the idea is quite.
So, okay, so fair enough. So should we wrap it up?
Next slide.
Right, next slide, please. Okay, so yeah, so you guys proposed to me clothing line, which you guys disagree with it, is it?
Yes.
And then I want to keep continue on cookie dough in the jar. Right, so we all agree on the cookie dough in the jar. So this might be our new line of product.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. So there's another work for you. No, I'm just kidding. So basically, so I want you guys to come up with this paperwork for the cookie jar. But I also want you guys to prepare paperwork for the clothing line also, because for myself I think it's good, but in the future,
It's good idea.
in the future, but not in the meantime.
Yes.
We need to
Because-
stable our
yeah.
financial first.
Yep.
After that, we
We
can.
need to get a better branding name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we proceed on new clothing line, we're not as big as that girl, Nilafah over there. We're not
No, it's
rich
okay,
until
no hurt.
her level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think one day we might reach. So you guys can prepare the proposal, but take it slowly. But I want the proposal of the FNB by next month. Right. So Jamila, anything? Could you like recap a bit on the deadline and the work that they have to do?
Okay, so basically, regarding the proposal that you guys need to submit, so same goes to the proposal that we discussed in the first issue. Maybe we can extend the deadline of the second proposal, which is on the next 2 months, which is going to discuss in the second monthly meeting in the next 2 months.
Expected around February, is it?
Yeah.
Right. So I think we should conclude. Is it? Have you finished everything? So yeah. Go back. Alright, so next meeting, discuss the effectiveness of product, progress on new product line. So next meeting, since the product gonna be like in 2 months, so I want
Yes.
the progress on how you gonna deal with the supplier and all. And then you discuss on effectiveness for product. I think there's a typo over there. Is this effectiveness of our plan, our promotional plan, because next month we should already execute our plan on discount, is it? The free one, the free, and the discount will be executed from now until the end of December. Can it be done? Can it be done?
What?
Financially, can it be done? The discount from now until the end of December?
I think it can be done. Other than that, I think next meeting I will proceed with the annual financial.
So our annual financial year
Since
already
we already
at the end of 2019. Alright, so that marks our last meeting of 2019. So thank you guys for your cooperation for this company. So maybe we're gonna have some dinner over this. Our annual dinner. Don't forget to wear fancy clothes. Our team is Lady and Janim, is it? Denim and White. So that's our publicity head of publicity this side. So so thank you. It's a nice meeting with you guys. So see you guys next month. I'm gonna call you guys head of marketing and also head of admin again next month.
Alright.
So we wrap this up with Al-Fatihah. Alright, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Namaste, namaste.